You got the mic.
I'm going to grab some coffee and let's get going.
You up?
Okay. Start, Mr. Brooks.
True story.
Uh-oh.
This husband came home from work, and as soon as he walked in the door, his wife said, "Don't come in this door. I'm mopping this floor. It's wet. Don't come in this door." He said, "Oh, woman." She said, "Shut up." He said, "Don't come in this door. Don't come in this door." On the evening news, it says, "Wife kills husband over wet floor." And the police chief in that room said, "Chief, have you arrested the wife yet?" He said, "No, we're waiting for the floor to dry." Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to this very important meeting as we talk about our campus, our religious space, as well as other buildings. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Robin Richardson, wherever she might be. If she would just give this vivacious, talented woman of screen, radio, rodeo, and radio, Ms. Robin Richardson.
Hello there. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm glad to see that we have so many attendees here today. And again, my name is Robin Richardson. I have been asked to be the person in charge of doing our capital campaign prayer. And along our research, I found out we did have an original capital campaign prayer when we were building the sanctuary next door. And we kind of thought about what that meant for that group, and then we decided to maybe come up with something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have someone pass these out for me. This is our actual new capital campaign prayers. Copies are coming around. And you can, do you have that here? This will be our prayer, and I'm going to wait until everybody has a copy because the group of women that I was working with, they are phenomenal. They were really spiritually motivated, thoughtful about the whole process. And we actually had a tie between one prayer and another prayer. So unfortunately, I had to be the deciding vote, which I hate to be in that position, but one spoke to me more than another, and that's what happens with prayer. One speaks to you, and it gets you, and it resonates with you. And so you will see our new capital campaign prayer. Does everyone have a copy? Okay, so our prayer begins with, "Almighty and merciful God, we thank you for the gift of our parish community, for the generations who have worshiped here, and for the sacred space that has nurtured our faith. As we begin this capital campaign, we place our trust in you, the true architect of all good things. Bless our efforts to revitalize and refurbish our religious community. Grant us generous hearts, united in purpose and filled with hope. May the Holy Spirit guide our decisions, inspire our generosity, and deepen our commitment to your mission. Help us remember that this campaign is not just about bricks and mortar, but about building a legacy. That's what's important, a legacy of faith for those who come after us. That sentence right there really resonated with me and made me think. When you think about what the people did before us, they were doing the same thing. They were making a legacy for us. Now it's our turn to make a legacy for those who come after us. Does that make sense? And may every gift given reflect your grace, and may our work bring glory to your name. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us. St. Joseph, protector of the church, intercede for us. And of course, St. Monica, walk with us on this journey. We ask this for So I'm hoping with the work that we've done on our committee, we hope that this resonates with you as well. There was so much, like I said, the thought and the spirituality and the different points that people were making were so great. And I can't think of even that. And we have something coming up also. At the beginning of our capital campaign, which is November 23rd, our group will be working on 14 days of prayer. And you know that with prayer, everything can happen. So we're going to ask that when we come to the beginning of our campaign on November 23rd, we're going to be passing out the 14 days of prayer. And what these aren't like long prayers, they're just sort of different individual prayers. And I can give you some of the headings that I have brought up that we're going to kind of be working on. Hold on one second. All right. You don't have this page, but I do. And I'm going to be giving this list of just titles or something for people to think about. And I'll just go through it real quick so you have an idea. One of the prayers, 14-day prayers, will be prayer for trust in God's timing, prayer for clarity of purpose, prayer for generous hearts. We have someone who has signed up for the prayer of unity, so they will be coming up with a prayer that relates to the unifying of human people, a prayer for humble stewardship, prayer for courage, prayer for listening, prayer for vision, prayer for discernment, prayer for gratitude, prayer for faithfulness, prayer for peace and decision-making, prayer for fruitfulness, and prayer for divine success. So those are some of the prayers that you'll be seeing in the future with the topics. Those will be some of the topics. So that kind of gives my group a way to kind of think of a prayer, or maybe there's a special prayer that they know of that resonates with them. And we're going to then have them all come together. We'll put them together. We'll have certain dates of when we would like people to say these prayers, and it doesn't matter if you say it in the morning or in the evening or late at night. It's just the fact that prayer is so powerful. And we even have our own prayer group, and we can even get them involved in it, not just within the containment of our walls. We need everybody, and from other churches, from other communities praying for us, because it does take prayer in order for any of this stuff to begin. So I thank you. I hope you will enjoy our prayer, because for me, it means the world to me. So thank you. Yeah, I can collect the prayers back. That's not a problem. Yeah, if you want to keep it, that's fine, but I will collect them back. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, well, Shannon is taping. We are part of the communications team. My name is Kim Urenda, and Shannon Fields is my husband. We are not leading the communications team. That is Ernest Collins, who is out of town this weekend with some family things. So we wanted to give you an update. We do have, I'm standing in the way of the logo, or graphic. So this is what our team has come up with. We met on August 22nd. And that is what we decided on. We have several dates. I don't want to keep you longer, as I know there might be a game you might be interested in. So just know that we are working on working next steps as far as videos. So we might ask some of you to be part of our video campaign, little short vignettes. We have a pledge packet, banners, posters, a video, some newsletters, Commitment Sunday reminders. So of course, the website, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube that we manage as well. So we're working on getting all that together and produced so we can publish those things and get those to you. But this is our graphic. So.
And we meet on Thursdays at 4 p.m.
Okay, Thursdays at 4 p.m. is when we're meeting if you would like to join us. So I'll pass it to the next person.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Peter Callan, and I'm Peter Callan, and 26 years ago I had the privilege of being involved in the capital campaign to build our worship space next door. So I'm glad to be back this time working with the events team. Just going to briefly tell you about what events are, their purpose, and how you can get involved. So events are a group of parishioners coming together, mostly in people's homes, over dinner, with some food, some refreshments, and over prayer, to hear in detail what is the vision for this space here. What could it look like? What needs to happen with our worship space next door, which is now 25 years old? So to be able to hear all this information in detail from Father Leonard and from the capital campaign, so that people can then ask questions. So when does this start? How could it look? How much will it cost? And then we understand what could you contribute. And so when you leave there, you would have a good idea, okay, I know more about this. Because we've learned that the more people know, if you have to actually hear the information in a small group setting and ask questions, the more you know, the more likely people are to contribute, and also to contribute actually more. So that's the purpose. So here's what we've got planned. You can go to the next slide. Between October 13th and November 13th, we have 5 dinner parties in parishioners' homes so far. And each of those would accommodate about 10, 12 people thereabouts. And we also have reserved Donnelly Hall down at the cathedral. So Donnelly Hall Cathedral is very interesting because it's almost like an identical footprint to this space here. So we're having a big pizza party there that everybody's invited to on November 13th, which is a Thursday. And there's parking there. We now also have transportation from the church if somebody doesn't want to drive downtown. But the point of having it in that space is to be able to visualize what this could be like. This here could be like a 21st century space where we can have weddings, repast meals, meetings, events, corporate events, baptisms, all of that with good audio visual and lighting and food and elevators and kitchens. So that's what the purpose of that is. So we have 5 dinners. We have the big one downtown. We may also have one event in downtown Kansas City, Kansas. I'll know that in the coming week. So here's how you can get involved with the next slide there. So I have a sign-up sheet at the back here. So if you'd like to be put on the invitation list for one of these events, put your name down, and we do this by email mostly, and get invited to one of these events. Please attend one event, whether it's a dinner or one of the ones downtown. We can also, either you as an individual or your family or one of the ministries, if you would like to have an event here at Ferguson Hall, you're welcome to do that. Just let me know after this if you'd like to organize an event yourself, and I'll tell you what goes into that. Or if you don't want to organize an event but you'd like to help, we're also looking for contributions to help cover the cost of the big pizza party on November 13th. So lots of ways for you to get involved. Please attend an event, put your name on the invitation list, and consider either hosting an event here at Ferguson Hall or helping us cover the cost of the event downtown. So thank you. I'll be here after this if you want to ask me questions.
I'm going to talk a bit. I want to talk a bit about the planning process. So we have activated. You heard a couple of weeks ago when we had a volunteer sign up. We activated 6 different volunteer committees. You heard today from prayer. What a wonderful prayer they come up with us for our campaign. And they're going to work further on how we integrate that into Mass. And as Robin said, the 14 days of prayer that are going to culminate in Pledge Sunday. Remember, we did say this is all about, it's not a high pressure campaign. This is all about prayer and discernment. So prayer is going to be key. You've heard from prayer, you've heard from communications. We've got a logo already. You've You've heard from Peter on our events, and later you'll hear more about our banks and youth and our ambassador teams. But if you haven't signed up in one of these teams and you want to be involved, you meet some of the leaders, please feel free. We can always use more help. We continue to work with the diocese on the criteria for the bishop's approval. We expect that to happen mid-November, in time for us to have a pledge Sunday in December. The process is designed, as you can see, to keep people involved, to inform, to inspire, as Peter said. So we're going to continue hearing from us as we have these updates and we have different teams give updates. We're going to continue to come back and continue to have events that will inspire and motivate. And last but not least, we're going to have an update on a separate game in the museum.
There you go.
Good morning. Just, if I may, brief update on the St. Monica Museum. The building, which is the St. Monica building, is going to be converted into the St. Monica Museum. The steps that have already occurred, Father Leonard has sent the official letter to the bishop indicating that that is the wish of the parish community. The bishop responded in a very positive way. He said in a couple of quotes that he's intrigued by the concept and that he thinks it has merit. He did have several questions that he sent back to Father Leonard in writing. Father Leonard responded to those questions with a detailed explanation of how the museum is going to go. We believe that it's a concept that is going to move forward. Now it is, as Elton mentioned, it's under the umbrella of our current capital campaign, but it is moving along a separate track because we're going to seek funding from foundations and from corporations. We do have first dollar donors who are individuals who have contributed $2,600 so far, so we're extremely grateful for that. We're working to secure the website stmonicamuseum.org, so the process is moving along extremely well. We have some parishioners, and Margaret Jones is one who has made available a diploma from Louis Jones' mother when he graduated from St. Monica School when she graduated in 1930. So that's one of the items. Gerald Buckman has provided a lot of items. We have a lot of good things. St. Catherine Drexel's order has provided a lot of documents. So we have a cabinet over in the St. Monica building, and we're getting the catalog and inventory of those items, but it's extremely exciting, and we're enthused. Yeah, all right.
That was the extent of the presentation and the update. Few questions? Finney? That presentation was so good. No questions. I'll take that.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Thank you. And Robin, I just love prayer.
I love the prayer. So as I said, you've heard from 3 of our committees today, but you continue and please get involved. You met some of the leaders today. Another question, back?
I have a question, just comment.
Yes.
If you want people to sign up, we need to let them know to sign up with for the
Prayer, this is Robin. Communications, either Ernest is the leader, but he wasn't here today. Shannon and Kim can also sign you up. Peter, Caleb, thank you for communications, events, excuse me. And then we have Rita for thanks. Deborah Johnson for youth, Jackie and Ryan for ambassador. So please feel free to sign up, get involved. We'll continue keeping this going.
Put your name on the invitation for the event. Please sign up before you leave today.
If you don't go to any other one, come to the one downtown. That space, when we walked into that thing downtown, I'm telling you, it was just awe-inspiring. It's about, like Peter said, it's about this footprint, and it will show you exactly what this could look like when we go forward. Okay? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's the pizza part. Yes.
That's it. Hang out and eat donuts.
Got more coffee for donuts.